meditation, right? So I just want to show you just some of like the different ones, and then we'll go to the one that I'm going to actually teach, which is more mindfulness breath patterns. But I just want you to take this one. So bring your hands like this, just right hand on top of your left. Kind of push your hands together, and then taking a deep breath through your mouth like this. And hold it in. Open your eyes wide. Exhale. Okay, so that one, just to explore. Taking another deep breath in through the nose. Squeeze your nostrils together. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, so that's like a different feeling, right? Just slight, subtle. So the first one was a breath pattern of fear. Let's do it again. Take a deep breath in through the mouth. Open your eyes wide. Exhale. Okay, so you can feel, right? You feel the difference between that, and then another one would be okay, so different breath pattern, different feeling, correct? Can you guys feel it? I'm just curious if you feel a little, even not so subtle either, right? It's kind of direct, right? Did anybody not feel a difference? I was curious, but you can be honest with me. I've been doing this a long time. If you didn't feel it, it's okay too. Okay, so different breath patterns have different emotional states. So with mindfulness meditation, this one is, it's really, I think, the one that I probably teach the most. And it's because it is less controlling. But we're going to do a little bit of exercise with the control of the counts. And then we're going to just do a natural breath pattern, one you've already done. And that's for both concentrative, blending of concentrative ability, and then also to just become aware of the different breath patterns that you have available. Okay, so in this one, we're just going to turn the palms upward like this and just put them in your lap. So this is a mudra, I teach so much in the Sanskrit, but this is a hand position that represents a state of mind. So this one is an open hand position, just like the breath pattern, right? This feels different than this, right? This means something different, like everything's A-okay, and this doesn't, maybe it doesn't, right? So this is just a neutral, receptive hand position. Just being receptive. And then we're going to start with just a simple breath pattern in, like this. Exhale through the mouth. You could even close your eyes, because it might even be more comfortable to do this. And then again, deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And then breathe in through the nose. Hold the breath in at the top of the inhale. And we're going to just count, I'll count this out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Hold the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Now we're going to hold the breath in for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Hold it in. Again, relaxing your jaw. Don't try too hard. It's okay if you lose the breath pattern, you can pick it up on the next one. Exhale through the mouth. And inhale through the nose. Hold the breath in for 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath in. Exhale. Now a little stronger breath. Deep breath all the way to the base. Hold it in for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Try to relax your brow, relax your jaw, relax your tongue. Again, inhale. Hold it in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale, deep breath. Hold it in for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And one more deep breath in. We'll hold it in for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And then let your breath take a natural rhythm. And just being mindful. So with this one, it's very simple. We're going to just do a moment of mindfulness, just hearing the sounds in the room. Being mindful of the thoughts that come through your mind. Label them as thought. Don't judge it. Don't try to distract. Don't say, that's a distraction. I'm not. Again, just label it as it is. And then breathe again. In mindfulness meditation, there could be sounds all around the room. As long as you don't fight the sound, you can still relax. You can be in a loud environment. You can be at a train station or an airport and meditate. As long as there's no battle with the sound. The sound comes, the person walking out of the room, the door closing. The sound, which is vibration in air, then goes away. The mind still exists. Your consciousness is still there. Taking another deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Gently open your eyes. Good. Just roll your thumbs across the tips of your fingers. It's kind of coming back. So in that one, I blended breath awareness with like a tail end. The tail end was a little mindfulness meditation. Mainly because I'm a real stickler for time, and we've got 6 minutes left. So I got 6 minutes for this last one. I could teach these for hours and hours. I do teacher trainings that are many, many hours long. But let's do this last one. This one is one that I rarely do in meditation context. I do them sometimes in my personal life and when I have a private client that's looking for specific goals and things like that. They wanted me to do a goal-oriented practice. So I want you to just take a moment just to, before we even go into this, one of the things that will drive us as human beings is finding out. I'm sure some of you have heard the book Start With Why, or The Power. I think it's Start With Why, right? Simon Sinek. Yeah. So finding your why. Like for me, as you guys probably can tell, I teach meditation. I never taught for the money, which is why I came here on my birthday. I didn't have to come. I wanted to be here. When you find your why, your goal setting becomes much easier because it'll drive you through your whole life. You will be able to do things for longer durations of time if the desire for that has a strong intention, has a strong life intention. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use, because I've been hired for this specific means, a specific job, I'm going to use the metaphor of a mountain as the idea, okay? I've heard this saying before, a goal is a dream with a deadline. You guys have probably heard that before. But what I want you to think about now, and this is a little personal, so we're going to do this kind of intrally guided as well. Imagine that you're just in a space and you're hearing my voice like from an old time, like it's a reel-to-reel recording or something. I'm not even here. Close your eyes and then just take a moment and imagine yourself in your most quiet space, wherever it is. For many of you, it might be your bedroom, or perhaps floating in the ocean on a surfboard, or your favorite rock climbing environment, cave, or wherever it is. And I want you to just take a moment just to reflect on life as a whole. The world we live in, its current context, the historical place where you are currently in your life. And think of the things that bring meaning to your life. What makes you happy? What brings you here as a human being? What is important to you to have impact on the world in which we live? I want you to envision that as a symbol scenery. So like imagine like it could be either a symbol, let's say it's something like world peace. So whatever image that might be for you, perhaps it's like an image of the globe and having it glow in a beautiful golden light or something, and that all the beings are in a space of happiness. But whatever it is, see that image. Make it clear, again, make it lucid. So give it color, give it definition, give it high definition, give it three-dimensional context. Make it as clear as you can, but without causing any tension at all. And I want you to imagine that symbol or scenery at the very top crest of the mountain. And then see yourself in your mind's eye, again without any tension, whatever it looks like, you as your being, yourself. Maybe it's an energetic symbol of yourself. Maybe it's you in your physical body, in your jeans or your skirt or whatever it is, standing at the very base of the mountain. But as you look up, you see it seems very, very high up there. It's like miles. You can barely see at this point. If it was the symbol of a world at peace, you could just see it barely. You just see the glowing, like the size of a pinpoint. It seems far away. And I want you to, from the base of this mountain, and you know that it's you, because as you look down at the ground, and you can see the beginning of the hill, you see your feet in your Nikes or your Vans or whatever you're wearing that particular day. And then as you look up, you decide, for some reason, you just know that you're going to break this mountain up into 4 quadrants. So just see it kind of divided up. You can either color coordinate it if you want, like whatever it is, yellow, green, blue, purple, or whatever it is. And then you're going to slowly now start to breathe. And then slowly, slowly, you start to find yourself naturally gliding up. Not with a ton of effort, some effort, but you're just naturally gliding up the mountain. And you realize as you look across the horizontal plane, as you reach a little kind of leveling off point, you see yourself at the quarter mark along your journey to the top. What do you see there? Whatever it is. Maybe it's you like working on the foundations. Maybe your idea was to build a building or something. So at this point you're in the foundational space and you see the actual laying of concrete or the digging of the foundation or whatever it may be. Or maybe you're going to be the world's best florist, so you're going around starting to pick flowers or whatever it is. But see yourself in that space. And taking a deep breath. Hold the breath in. Really take it in. And imagine you're breathing in that whole consciousness, that idea. Exhale again through the mouth. Letting it go. And then you decide to walk up again. Now slowly, you're just kind of, there's a little bit of work. There's some effort. There's some physical work. But because it's fueled by your spirit, it's fueled by your life purpose, it's a little bit easier. And as you get up a little bit higher, it's a little easier even so. You feel less of the gravity. It's not quite as steep as you thought it was. And now you realize, by whatever it means, you realize you're at your halfway point. And as you look over, and this little level, little plateau, you see the visual representation of that halfway point. Try to make it as specific as you can. At this point, if you were a florist, perhaps, you would be already surrounded by the flowers that you had gathered. And at this point, you are trimming those flowers. You're making them presentable, or you're feeding them, or whatever it is. But in your own way, you're in that midpoint, and you're taking the actions necessary. Try to make them specific. Take a moment to breathe into it. Give it some force. Again, tag back to the original intention, why it's there. Again, taking a deep breath. Breathing it in. Hold the breath in. And exhale. And then again, gradually coming up. Now you're at the 3/4. You're moving towards that 3/4 point. You can feel it. It's actually getting a little bit easier as you go up. And as you look across, again now, you see the plateau, you see this little level space, and you see a scene that is you in that space. And you're in like kind of the more final, but yet preparatory phases of that. Let's call it the 3/4 mark. See where you're at in that space. Make it clear. Notice that perhaps you're sweating a little bit. But you're okay with the fact that you're sweating. You're working a little bit. But you're doing the thing that has meaning. And that makes it okay. See it again. Make it vibrant. Make it as clear as you can. Make it as high definition. Think of like the highest definition you possibly could, which would be beyond 6K. Real life. 3-dimensional. In the space. Feel the air, the heat, the warmth. Smell the smells as we have already gone through the senses. See the colors. Hear the sounds of that space. Breathe it in. So you're taking it into your consciousness. Hold it in. Exhale. And then slowly again now, climbing up. Slowly, slowly. As you can feel now, because you've laid all this groundwork, you can feel you're actually being lifted up. Almost as if there's like a wind beneath you that's pulling you up to the top. And then suddenly, you start to really see that image. Whatever it was, whatever your dream was, whatever that goal was, you start to see it even clearer to where you can now feel, its presence. You can feel as you get closer and closer. And then now you suddenly see you're at the top, you're in that space. Again, make it clear. You're basking in the glow of all the work, of all the years that it took, of all the time and all the effort. What is that space for you? How does it feel to be in that state of beingness? Make it as clear as you can. Try to add the feeling sense, meaning the temperature of the space, and the emotional state that you're in the presence of attaining and achieving that goal. Feel the sense of accomplishment and the importance that it represents to the world. Taking another deep breath. Breathe it in. Exhale. Letting go, letting go. Gently roll your thumbs across the tips of your fingers. And gently open your eyes. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. So that concludes, I just want to see what concludes our session today. Does anybody have any questions for me?
What happened to that crew on the boat?
What?
The crew on the boat that lost focus?
Oh, the crew on the boat?
Yeah.
The captain got fired. He did. I mean, that's what happened. I didn't really study too much after that, but that's what I do remember, yeah. And so it was that one, I'd have to look it up. It was in the 90s, because I started teaching in like 93, 94, so it was around that time. I think that's when I looked it up. It might have been a little later, because I got into the meditation, but yeah, somewhere around there, maybe 95. So, yeah. But that's it. So what you can do too, like so that this work does have some resonant tone, maybe you can write it down. So maybe there were some things that you want to journal about, like, hey, you know what, I realigned what was important and used the goal and some of those steps to have impact in your personal life. Since we're all human beings, we're all experiencing this journey. And I like to journal occasionally. If I did have any kind of epiphany or something, I'll write it down, and that way I sort of solidified it in my conscious mind. But that's it. Thank you all for coming down. And I did record this too. I'll put it, if you guys are okay with it, I will put it on my channel. So I have a YouTube channel so that I just stream it, and that way people get some value out of it, hopefully, down the road. And yeah.
What's the channel?
It's just called, it'll be Stephen Metz, Stevenmetz. That's on YouTube. And then I may put it on my yoga channel, but that one is a smaller channel, so like, because it's your company, I didn't want to like put it on my yoga, my yoga channel. It's my personal channel. But it has like I don't know, 100 subscribers or something. It's not a big channel. So, all right, thank you all for coming.